What is The Edge of Our Bodies about?
We're off to a rolling stop. The Edge of Our Bodies is a play about a young woman named Bernadette who is 16, and she is at a boarding school, and she finds herself in a bit of a predicament, and she goes off to New York to find her boyfriend to help her with her predicament. And
it is a coming-of-age story.
yeah.
About a young girl and kind of about a moment in someone's life. This particular person is 16 when who they are changes very much because of a series of events.
I keep saying it's evocative of kind of a Holden Caulfield type of story, a one-person narrative about a particularly important experience in their life. So that's what it's basically about.
All right. And why did you want to work on this play?
Well, when I started out as a director, I actually I did a lot of solo material, and as an actor, I've done some solo material. So I'm always excited about the prospect of doing that kind of theater. And in this space in Studio X, we've been trying to do some stuff that is a little different than stuff we might do in a bigger space, stuff we might do under other circumstances. And so when we read it, I was excited by the possibility of doing it in here and creating a really intimate production. And the other thing is that we've been a very masculine theater company. We do a lot of guy plays, and I felt like I hadn't seen a lot of pieces that were a showcase for a young actress. And so I was really excited about. I felt if we could find somebody who was worth doing the play with, then it might make the production worth doing. So that was what attracted me. I also really like Adam Rapp's writing, and we had done Adam Rapp in 2006 with Red Light Winter, and we'd been looking for an opportunity to do another one of his plays, and this was the first one that really felt like it spoke to a good idea. So they were the main reasons that I wanted to do it.
What about you, Nicole?
What Matt said. I also saw the Red Light Winter that they did here that Matt was in. And it's really what drew me to the company, and I spent a lot of time trying to seek out his plays after that and read them. And I think the thing that attracted me the most about it is what Matt and I kind of initially talked about, which is I really like problem plays. And there's a lot of, not problems, but like challenges, like straight up like, do it type challenges, like try to make this work, that this play presents, that are really fun. Trying to play with that, so I was interested in trying to solve that.
And why do you guys think that this is an exile show?
A lot of the material we do is about people that haven't been given a voice in some way. I don't know that a 16-year-old girl at a boarding school is necessarily an undervalued voice in the American theater, but I do think that we try to look for plays that are about people in crisis, people that are lost in some way, and try to either find empathy with those people or try and at least bring some truth to that circumstance. And I think, this play is about somebody who is lost and is trying to find their way in the world. And when we did The Aliens last year, I always said that play was about the struggle to exist, which you could sort of say all dramas are essentially about the struggle to exist. But there's something particularly acute about when you're at this age, at 16, where you think you might have the world figured out, only to discover that you don't know anything. And I think we all went through that, and I think we all understand how scary the world seems when you figure out you don't know anything. And so, since those are the circumstances, it means the execution of the actor is extreme. That the actor is asked to be, as Nicole said, that there are problems or there are challenges. We have prided ourselves on being an actor-driven theater company. We tend to do stuff that is about performance and stuff that can only be done in the theater. And so it's when you take the circumstances of the play and you take the requirements that are needed to execute it, I think that's what makes it an Exile play. I think the immediacy of the event and the extremity of the circumstances are in keeping with the kinds of plays we look for. And again, it is a little bit using this space as in a different way, and we have not done a lot of plays that showcase women, and I think that it is different for us in that regard. We've never done a play like this where, it's a one-person show, and it's a woman, so.
As someone who's never been in an Exile play, but who's seen a number of them over the years, I feel like a strong kind of thread for Exile versus a lot of other companies in town is that Exile really, I feel like, really tries to present people honestly, not like a polished, fancy version of people, but like what we actually look like when we think no one's watching us. And I think that is probably part of the essence of this play, what we think like when we know people are watching us versus when we think we're alone. And I think I appreciate that in a different way than I appreciate some of the more polished stuff that shows us a brighter, shinier humanity. Because this kind of gives audience members the chance to relax in themselves in a way that I think is really different, especially in our culture right now, where so much is driven on, I live in Los Angeles, and a lot of it is about, hiding and concealing flaws and presenting the front you want to be seen, as opposed to kind of just like standing and unfolding yourself, like, this is who I am, I'm sweating right now, I'm not wearing socks, like, it's
those are the two main requirements.
Just those two.
Sweating and no socks.
I don't, it's not, like, it's not trying to be dignified or anything, it's just, it's about standing and unfolding yourself, I think.